Hi everybody, this is the Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and this is another visit to the insane asylum known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny fun.
Now, welcome back to the Football Hut, and hopefully you like this video. Hit that subscribe button. I'm going to have a couple of videos on WFAN this weekend that you're just going to laugh at and I think have a good time with it. WFAN likes to have all these very strange takes, and they have a very strange history and with some of these hosts and recent history. But in this video, we're going to talk about Tiki Barber, who, as you know, he was a legendary Giants quarterback, running back for quite a few years. You know, he was a very good player. But things didn't end well when he retired. There were issues with him and Eli Manning. There were issues with Tom Coughlin. He has not spoken to Tom Coughlin in almost 20 years. And as you know, Tom Coughlin went on to win 2 Super Bowls. He's probably going to get into the Hall of Fame. And Tiki retired. And Tiki's been sort of bouncing around to different broadcasting venues. He was at CBS recently. They let him go, but he does a lot of stuff, doing all the pre and post game shows on the radio for WFAN with the Giants. He'd been on Good Morning America. He was like a legitimate, media person. I know one thing, he doesn't like a host, but that's okay. So I remind him of all the past, all his sort of past that he wants to sort of avoid and not want to talk about and deal with. But that's okay. But he did have a strange take, and this is about college football. And it's from Awful Announcing. Headline: Tiki Barber, college football sucks. It's a bad watch. Well, I think it's pretty good. I think college football is pretty good. It's a lot of fun, I mean, you never see the kind of energy that you see in the NFL. If your team is bad in the NFL, most teams that are on TV in college are always good for the most part. If they have a network or a broadcasting deal, they're always good teams. The fans always have a ton of energy. That's where most of the fun comes from. Maybe he needs to go back to school and remember what it was like being a college player. I don't know. But let's get into the article. Tiki Barber won't be calling NFL games this season, but don't expect him to see him pursue a media gig in college football anytime soon. Barber, who had his jersey retired by the University of Virginia, thinks college football sucks, and he doesn't care who knows it. After New York Giants named Jackson Dart the backup to Russell Wilson earlier this week, Barber and his WFAN radio co-host Evan Roberts were discussing the prospect of the rookie quarterback getting a chance to start the season. Roberts believes the Giants should avoid any temptation to start Dart during his rookie season, while Barber pointed to more recent success stories in C.J. Stroud and Jaden Daniels before pivoting to bash college football. Quote, "This is the evolution of college football. And by the way, as an aside, college football sucks." Barber ranted. It is a bad watch. He doesn't scream. This is not, I don't know why they say it's a rant. It is a bad watch because you don't know who's good, and you don't know who sucks. And even the good teams suck. So college football is bad. That's weird. I would say, they talked about Arch Manning. He had a bad first game in college, and they're basically saying he's going to be terrible. I don't know how they determined that after one game, but Barber did know college football has become close to the NFL in terms of operation, preparation, and playbook, pointed to those as reasons why rookie quarterbacks might have an easier time adjusting today. But Barber wouldn't let that stop him from venturing to make his bold take that college football sucks. At least Barber said it to the right audience. In many of the country, saying college football sucks would be sacrilegious. But in New York, where college football is low in the totem pole, it's just not a statement that would garner much pushback. If we're comparing college football teams to NFL teams, Barber is right. Because no, the best college football team would not beat the worst NFL team. But in terms of college football as a watch and source of entertainment, Barber is wrong, as seen by the 16.6 million viewers who tuned into Ohio State's win over Texas last Saturday. Well, that's the thing. In New York, there's no big college team. All the big college teams are out west. What we have here, Rutgers, we really don't have anything here. There's no big college football team here. They're all in the Midwest. They're all out west. They're all in the South. That's where it is. It's strange as there's nothing here in the area, but it's not a big deal here. So he's just preaching to the choir. But if you watch these games are highly entertaining. And like I said, you don't see that kind of energy in the NFL. If your team is bad, your team is bad. And they got to put you on the network. If you're the Browns, they play it. If you're the Jets, they got to play on TV. They got to put you on TV. Everybody's going to see it. If you're a bad college football team and you're in a bad college program, they're not going to put you on network television. That's for sure. And you're not going to see the rah-rah, the people, the 70,000 fans in the stadium. You won't see that and these bad teams, with these bad programs. You're not going to see that. And since there's nothing here in New York and in the New York area, you're going to have somebody that says this. This is a bit of an elitist anyway, Tiki, But you let me know what you think about this video. And of course, we're going to have a lot of stuff on WFAN. I got a big video on them that's going to come up during the weekend. It is going to be fun. Oh my God. Thank you, and I'll see you later.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha. To the funny fun.